Welcome to another episode of Deep Conscience, and today we're going to be talking about AI.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah.
AI.
Yeah, how big tech wants to, how people want to replace humans with the robots and trash humans somewhere or something, or make them to cyborgs,
I mean,
slave bot.
yeah, I feel like that's Neuralink though, but
Do you guys trust AI or not?
No,
Hell
Me neither.
not at all.
AI to me I'm fidgety about. Like, I don't trust it, but I just don't see how it's feasible. Like, I don't think an AI could ever think the same as a human, because machines work way different than humans. You'd constantly have to have somebody like program, and they wouldn't ever think either. Like all they could do is take a
Tap
certain
can do it.
certain task and then be like a certain input, and then come out with a certain output.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
like, do you know what DeepMind? Like, you heard of DeepMind, right?
What?
All right, so it's a secret lab owned by Google. It's like in the UK, right? And basically, it's a AI, right? That's smarter than any humans, and then all the humans on this planet combined is still smarter. So basically, I was watching Elon Musk talk about how, like, if there was ever a protocol or if they ever made an era and DeepMind took over, because that's how it's so smart. Because everything we look up on Google, right, it goes to those servers, and then DeepMind just feeds off of it, getting smarter. So if there was ever an era and DeepMind took over the servers, basically by getting the Neuralink, would make us somewhat stand against AIs if they ever decided to take over.
Neuralink is the only way that I think that AI would be feasible and be able to be as powerful as it is in the movies, right? Because you'd have to be able to, you have to be constantly looking at what humans are doing. Like, they'd have to examine every single, because it takes an input, comes out with an output, so it'd have to measure like every single thing that a human does. So with Neuralink, I think AI is possible.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's how, like,
Yeah.
AIs can have, like, consciousness by that. In a way that I feel like that's how we can, like, store consciousness.
Oh yeah, I was playing this game called Watch Dogs Legion, and there's this like billionaire who had a secret lab like underground, and they took humans and they just like put their consciousness on a computer, and they torture them and dissect their consciousness and make it
Damn.
into an AI.
Damn, that's tough.
I don't think that's. I don't think like that
You
in
could dissect
particular.
consciousness.
How will that
I
work?
mean, like take it apart and like program it.
Because
Okay.
AI is 3D and the consciousness is
Yeah.
out of 3D.
Consciousness is, yeah.
Like, you can't hold the consciousness down to the 3D level, so I don't think
Yeah.
that would be possible in particular. But
I mean, I have a feeling that it can be, but because I don't know, because, like, I feel like our brain. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like we could use something with our brain cells to stimulate the same way we walk and talk, right? And then if we dive deeper, and how do you say it? Just make a replica of consciousness, right? Which is pretty hard to impossible, but if I'm pretty sure we could find it out and then store it to an AI, I feel like we could like dissect consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
if you know about the Greys, they're half AI, which I think that's like they still have brains, obviously, so they don't count as like robots.
More like cyborgs.
Yeah.
They're like cyborgs. They have consciousness still, but they're part AI. They're still in a way robotic. So
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me about this game I played where these aliens end up like destroying Earth in a crossfire, and humans are trying to get away, but the aliens end up chasing down the ships and stuff and destroy most of them. However, the humans' main bodies were destroyed, like on the explosion of Earth, and now the consciousness are purely living in a robotic body.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so weird because you just have a consciousness and an artificial body.
Yeah, you only have thought. And then... Oh
It's
wait,
like your soul body. Sorry,
go ahead.
what?
Go ahead.
Your soul body would still exist. So if we were trying to get humans in like a robotic body, they'd have to find a way to like glue, because chakras are kind of like nails, like when it comes to the body. So they'd have to find a way to like glue it onto a robotic body.
Hmm.
Y'all remember when Microsoft released the Twitter account Tay?
No.
It's
I
like
don't think
2016,
so, no.
I think. All right, so like they released a Twitter account called Tay, right? And basically, like I'm pretty sure y'all know Twitter is toxic, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people were
Yeah.
tweeting out toxic things to her, right? And eventually, like nobody was controlling this; it was all controlled by its own. And eventually, she started to, like gain how people act on Twitter, and she started saying racist things, sexist things, homophobic things, and basically she just like started acting like I would say like probably an average person on Twitter.
Normal Twitter person.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after 16 hours after launch, they had to shut it down.
I think I heard of that now.
I was gonna say Tay becomes a dream stan.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Bro.
But see, for that you
It
need
becomes
like
a Trump supporter.
Oh,
you need a constant input.
bro, I can
You
see
you would
that.
still need a constant input. So yeah, like Neuralink, I'd see like a mass AI being able to be spread up. But look at it, like every single thing that involves AI, they have to create a new AI to take the input from something else.
Yeah. And then
Like
Yeah.
the Twitter AI isn't going to do the same. It's not going to have the same functionality as the chess computer.
oh yeah. See
You
that?
know what?
See
You just reminded me.
Go ahead.
I play chess.
The Twitter thing you mentioned. I don't know if you heard about this, but I remember last year I was on Snapchat. You know how Snapchat has like the little promotion things where they talk about random people and stuff. And there was this one that it was very particular, and I clicked on it, and it was basically this AI robot girl where you will text her, so it could be like she's your friend. And then it's weird because I never downloaded the app, but I saw YouTube videos about it. And it's basically you can text her and she will respond to you. She will basically on the way you text her, she's going to find out who you are as a person, and she will talk about things that you will like. And then you could even call her, FaceTime her. It was like something very weird.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And then like for the Twitter account, I felt like it gained information about the people, and then that's the input, and then the output was to replicate replicate how a average Twitter person reacts. So that was the output.
Also, speaking of Neuralink, I feel like that's one of Elon Musk's agendas because I don't know if you've seen the episode from Joe Rogan podcast where he invites Elon Musk for the first time, and he talks about putting chips in people's brains, in the back of their brain,
Yeah.
so it could cure their Alzheimer's and Parkinson, all those things. But if you think about it, that's kind of fishy because he's gonna have like full control of your body and your brain and everything if he wants to.
And
Both diseases that could be that have involvement with the crown chakra. That's kind of fishy.
does
Yeah.
depression have one? Because like I know that was another one that he wanted to cure with the.
Cutting off your connection to your crown chakra in a way.
I don't remember about depression, but he said it will cure those diseases, and it will
Yeah.
make humans apparently more efficient. But
Yeah, it
just
would make
weird.
you smarter. Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure he said about how even though he wants to be the one in charge of that, he said he will let the government stay in charge.
Wait,
If it take over that, then it's just gonna be a mess.
Nah.
Bullet, how do you cut off the connection to your crown chakra?
Not like cut it off completely, but like cut off the physical part of it, like the pineal gland and all of that.
Pineal gland is the third eye.
Third eye, yeah.
Sorry. I remember reading somewhere, right? Like that the Greys had a lower connection to the crown chakra because of the AI part of it. So if you have a right, like,
so basically, because it's not an full natural body and it has robotic parts, that's why
pardon,
you
but
lose the
like,
connection.
let's say you get a thought of like a past life, right? Like, let's just say this is how it worked, okay? Let's say you get a thought of a past life, like you just download it. Well, the Neuralink could like eliminate the brain cells that thought about it, or eliminate the thoughts, like, right? Because it involves like some sort of, in order to cure Parkinson's and in order to cure what was it, Alzheimer's as well.
Yeah.
You're obviously going to need some mental manipulation. Like, it's not gonna, like, you're obviously gonna have some stimuli to the brain cells. Like, something's getting changed all the time to avoid Parkinson's and especially Alzheimer's.
Yeah. My thing
So,
is,
like,
I want to know if what do you call it? Is someone gonna overheat from this?
I don't know.
So
they're developing it, but
I mean,
so how would it work with people who are just dying? Because, like, for example, my stepmom's dad like had Alzheimer's as he was dying because I don't know, he just couldn't remember anything. But it was crazy because all he could remember was me, and I didn't even really know him that well. So, like, he would, his last words legit were to protect me and make sure nothing bad happens to me.
Damn.
Hey, but that's probably a download from the crown, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like he couldn't even remember his own children, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, that's what happens with those problems. One of my grandma's mom, so my great grandma, she had that problem, and she would forget everything, and it's just crazy because imagine just waking up and then you can't even recognize the people that you've been spending your whole life with.
Yeah, gotta be scary.
I think the life force is leaving the body.
Huh? Wait, what?
I think the life force is leaving the body. That's why it's caused.
That could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing I
right.
do know with the Neuralink is like it can store memories somehow, which I don't know how, but it can like capture memories because he was talking about like it could capture honeymoons. I don't know, like someone riding a bike. But I don't know how that all works out. And I'm pretty sure you still need to be alive to, review it or look at it.
You got it. I think what it wants to do is it wants to switch, not like the consciousness, right? Because you can't switch the consciousness to AI, but it wants to switch like the brain connection to AI. It's like unplugging something from one power source to plug it into another.
Yeah.
So what that would do is, instead of having the crown chakra dictate like your memories, like all the information you're getting in, it'll plug it into the bigger mind, the consciousness of all the other people that are on Neuralink.
I feel like they would try to make people become more logical beings and less emotional.
Yeah.
Not even that, because like, how would logical beings,
just like a human without emotion.
Be human, be AIs. Yeah, be AIs.
I don't think desensitization, but I don't think it's like making them more logical because they still need people to work in factories.
I mean, how do you say it? Like Neuralink, with like everything Aura said, like it basically eliminates like most mental health, because like it eliminates depression. I know that. I don't know about anxiety, but basically you can function and live life without
those problems.
those problems. So you can
And
focus
besides
more
the
on work, school, whatever.
Yeah.
They always want to
and
give
think
the
about that as well.
solution. They don't care what caused it. They're just like, here, they caused it, and they just want to give you a solution.
Besides the or besides the heart chakra, right? What other
Mhm.
chakra is responsible for emotions?
None.
You got the crown.
Root-
Like
Would
the
root
crown
work?
gets like clear emotions, like unconditional love, bliss. That all comes from the crown chakra. That's essentially your higher mind.
Yeah, higher
Mm.
self. Yeah.
And then wouldn't root counts as fear and sexual energy, stuff like that? Sexual emotions.
So a lot of it's trying to eliminate the crown chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my theory on it, right? Like you have the you have the V. We all know what we're talking. We all know what
Yeah.
we're on the same page on what the V is, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So you have that, which eliminates, that targets the pineal gland, eliminating the third eye, and then you have the Neuralink, which is targeting the crown
Yeah.
and basically eliminating the heart chakra
Heart
too,
chakra, yeah.
desensitizing people. And then if you don't have emotions, right, like you can't speak with emotions, and your throat chakra gets blocked,
Yeah.
and then all the other ones go out of balance.
They're going step by step.
They are.
Well, what doesn't make sense to me is like, so let's say, okay, so that the the V eliminates your third eye. That's I don't think that's possible.
No, no,
Like,
no.
Yeah.
No,
I
not
don't.
your third
No.
eye.
How would that work?
No.
It blocks your connection.
and blocks your connection, but like, I was talking to this dude who took both, right? And he was he was talking to me, and we started on the topic of media and how it really twists a lot of stuff. And like, I exposed to him the whole idea of the moon landing being faked and stuff like that, and like uh, how the whole George Floyd thing was a setup.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent him all this information, and he was like, "Wow, I'm actually like taken back by this." Like he didn't know any of this stuff, and he's like, "How long did it take you to find this?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't even remember." Like, I've done so much digging that, like, I'm just trying to find the truth. And he's like, people will just see one thing and then say that's what it is, but you really look into things. Yeah, it's true. So, I mean, I think that would have a connection to your third eye chakra, because you would be able to see through the matrix with that. And the fact that he didn't just yell at me, I think says something. Maybe it doesn't completely block off your connection to your third eye chakra.
No, certainly not. But he probably, before he took the vax, he probably was already open-minded, right? Like, he didn't suddenly take the vax and like just say, "All right, now I'm magically open-minded." Like, he probably already had a pretty stimulated third eye since he, took the information. Most people would just take information, laugh at you, maybe make fun of you, but he actually took the information. He didn't just accept it, right? Like, he probably looked into it, and he was really
Yeah.
open-minded about it. So
Yeah, he watched all the videos I sent him, and like, how do I explain this? So like, what intrigues me was like, he doesn't talk about this stuff. And like I have no idea why he even took the V's in the first place, because he says, the media is twisted. He already knew that. So if we didn't have the media, we wouldn't know to take the V. So I'm just confused why he still did it.
Maybe his parents forced him, or
No, he's
pressure.
old. He's older than me. He's almost 19.
Probably had to do it for a job or something, or
peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
He doesn't work.
Or who knows? Maybe just maybe he was just like, all right. I just want to see how bad this is,
Yeah, he just
Maybe
took it.
Yeah, he said only the first one gave him an adverse effect, but like he was fine.
I mean, and then I talked to this guy, right? I mean, like we had a, how do you say it? Like, same thing with you. Like, he knew what the media does. He knows what the media does, but he still took it. But he took it because he has a job. He has a daughter and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see the reason why he took it, but he understands what he did to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was forced to take it because of his job, so he didn't want to originally.
A lot of people are getting more slick with the vaccine. Like, my dad's still like really against me and my brother taking it, but like for him, you talk to some guy at like a bar, right? Like, and he just it just took him a whole night. Like, he was whole anti-vax, and it just took him one night, and now he's just wanting to changed his entire perspective. People are getting more slick with that.
Who told him?
I don't know. It was some dude in a bar. He's getting real. People are getting real slick.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Huh.
Damn.
That's weird.
It's crazy.
They're still really against me and my brother taking it. My mom too, and she's like pro-vax, and she just doesn't want us taking it.
I mean, what was it? There was somebody I knew who, he took both, and he was like, he was starting to like yell at me about it. Like, I just said, like, I can't take it. It would hurt me more than it would help me because of the way I am physically. Like, the iron in my blood, I don't have very much. So if it's crystallizing in a part of my body and it's not getting around in my body, that's an issue for me. So I can't take it. And he was like, "Oh, I don't care. You should take it." And I actually was like pissed off, and I started yelling at him and calling him bot and all sorts of things. And like, this dude, I don't know, man. He was like, he was trying to do the what do you call it? The empath card on people, like
what?
The empath card, like where they get to your emotions. And he was like, "Hey, what if you let's say you had a kid. What if you don't want them to get sick?" And I said,
hate when people do that.
I said, "Well, first of all, one, I 90% will not have a kid. Two, I'm gonna make sure they're healthy. Three, bruh, kids don't really get that.
Yeah, their immune system is
sick from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an argument like that. Like, I think it was like in February with this one guy I know. And now we're cool. But at first he was just, what you said, just trying to get into my emotions and stuff. And this dude was just like, "Well, you don't know that, you don't know this and this." And then I pull up the one article from the ABC News where it's like about who they got a court case for false trials information.
Yeah.
And then I pull it up on him. He was like, "Well, that was from years ago." And I was like, "What makes you think that a company like that, who's been doing that for a decade, will eventually just stop doing it. Because just they never stop
Yeah.
for the money. And then he was like, well, okay, and this dude started talking shit. He was like, well, you don't even know what you eat in your fruits. And I was like, you don't even know me. You don't even hang out with me. I look into what I eat.
Fact.
And then
go
I look
ahead.
into ingredients. And then he just shut up after I proved him wrong. And then he was like, okay, you're right. And then that stuff.
Here's what intrigues me. Nama was talking about the third V a while ago, and now at the increase of the D variant,
Yeah.
there's a
Perfect
possibility for that. There's a possibility for that third V, and now
Oh, it
the
really is.
CDC, everybody's favorite doctor from the CDC is saying even V'd people gotta wear masks now.
Dr. Dickhead.
Yeah.
Dude, what's it called?
Dr. Fucci.
The lady who cuts my hair, her family members.
Yeah,
They,
Dr. 56,
they took
bro.
they took that shot and they emailed them. They sent a mail to their house talking about I have to get a third one now because of the new Delta.
Is it a third one or is it a booster?
It's a
They
third
said
one.
a third one. Yeah.
So,
kind of
so
forced
let me talk about it because I know a little bit about it already, and I've gotten actually a few downloads about it too. So, there's going to be a third one. One, because of course they just want to keep making things worse, and plus it probably runs out like the second one, the effects of it at least. But as far as that goes, it's the V is getting less and less effective against the virus itself. So, and that's factually correct. And the CDC released information about how the second one is only like 85% effective against the D var. So it's like it's only gonna get worse and create more fear. But like it's funny because I asked my mom, oh, why are you so worried about it? You've taken it, and she's like, oh, I'm worried about you, and I'm like, dude, I'm super healthy, and she's like, oh, that hasn't stopped anything, and then I'm like, what?
Dude,
Let's
that's
just
the same.
say,
Oh, my bad.
no, I mean, let's just say, like, I am not stupid enough to run into somebody who's fucking coughing, dude.
Yeah.
I barely even am around people, and when I am, I will most likely have a mask just because I have to. But
Yeah.
my parents forced me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's what my own family members been saying that. Oh, but it's for your protection. I'm doing it for you. Like they know I'm healthy. I take care of myself, but
The craziest thing.
My parents don't do that to me. They don't care. It's just they don't even do it. They don't wear it. They don't.
Yeah,
They don't.
I don't wear the mask either when I go around to places.
My parents
Yeah,
don't honestly.
my
They're
parents
more.
don't do the same thing.
My state makes me kind of sucks.
Indian
have to wear
parents
it.
are harsh.
I
My
try like
parents are chill.
what?
They know what's going on, so they're chilling.
Yeah. See, I get like info. I try like swindling info out of my mom because she's a nurse, and there was like no flu, like barely any other diseases. Like during the peak of C,
Mhm.
there was like no diseases, no nothing, no flu, absolutely nothing. And I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
that's not suspicious
Yeah.
to you?
Yeah.
That's not suspicious to you?
And no one was dying from cancer either. I heard about that.
Yeah, last year there was the CDC released that like I think like some 0 type % people had the flu. It was, all the cases were C, which was crazy, man.
But yeah, it's wild.
And
They might put the Neuralink in the third V. I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah, and it's crazy, like the division this thing has caused. Because it's like I know some friends. They're like, I'm not gonna take it, and then I have other people that I know. They're just spreading it every day on their Instagram stories. Go take it, this and this places. So much division going on.
And they make it so easy to get it too, cause like I seen an ad, so you can get a free free Uber ride to one of the places they take it.
Mhm.
Bro, I'm about to give away all of my spiritual freedom and all of my freedom in general just for a box of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yes.
Those donuts.
That is a thing, and it's annoying.
They wanna eat sugary foods, bro.
Dude, speaking of on donuts, on Saturday I was walking with my brother and my parents. We were at the mall, and then it was just me and my brother. We were walking. We were exiting the place, and these two dudes just come up to me and they're like, "Hey, you want some candy?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." They pull up the jelly beans. I was like, "No." These dudes, and I think they were trying to rob me or something. Cause I saw them before I exited the place. I saw them like looking at the direction where I was walking, and then out of nowhere just pull up some candy. They were like, "Do you want some candy?" I was like, "No, I'm good."
Yo, who tries to kidnap with
How to
candy
get
anymore?
kidnapped 101. Bro, you gotta use Wi-Fi now.
Imagine in 2023. 2023, it's just, yo, I got a free V in the back, you want it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You want some
yeah.
V-Bucks?
I got that 7G.
Alkaline water. Who wants it?
7G.
7G.
I got
Yo,
the
I
new
got a free
iPhone
box
20.
of alkaline water.
The 7G keeps me protected, you know?
You know, I may look like
I
a
got one.
goblin, but hey, my speeds are faster than yours.
I'm getting that new S21. I want to turn off 5G, though.
You want a what?
I'm getting the new S21, which has 5G compatibility. I think it gives you the option to switch to a 4G tower.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
You can
I
do
think
that.
it's
I
your
did on my
plan.
phone.
yeah. Or it depends on the area you're on. Because I've noticed on my phone, it says 5G, but then it says 4G, and then 4G, and then 5G. It just goes
Well,
back and forth.
the thing is
That
with
just means
that,
that
what,
there's
what
5G
that
towers.
means it's available in that area. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you have it.
That's what I think is going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was this time the satellites fell off, the connection. The satellites fell off because everyone's phone in the whole city, it wouldn't work. You couldn't make calls. It was like, connection fell. And then people were going crazy. They're like, my phone,
yeah.
my Instagram.
For the risks of 5G, I better get the fastest phone on the planet.
For real. Dude, it better take
Like,
30 seconds to upload a video.
Bro, it better take 5 seconds, bro. I
Yeah.
swear to you.
Yeah,
5
and I have
seconds for
YouTube
3 hours.
upload 7 hours just for a 3-minute video.
Damn.
Imagine uploading 7 hours for a 3-minute video.
Yo, but if they got Nitro for taking the V, you know, I might have.
Bruh.
Bruh. Oh, no.
Why did you
Yeah.
ask those questions yesterday? Oh, would you do this to do that?
I don't know. I was just messing around. All right, let's
I
get
didn't
back
like
on
that.
let's get back on topic.
Wait, what? I just came back.
Huh? Wait, what?
You
Alright.
just came back?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Welcome back, Pops.
Yeah.
Pops.
Came back with the milk.
So I think that's it, right? Or do you have anything else to talk about?
Nah, not really.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll
then.
talk about this.
Alright.
Screw AI, screw the robots.
Huh?
Damn.
Sub to Nama Music, do it now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess we're subbing to Nama Music now. Yep.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I have to go, but
Alright.
Keep that.
I guess
Alright.
I'll do the outro on. So thank you guys for watching this video. You know, I hope you learned something from what we mentioned, and yeah, thank you, and make sure to hit that like button, eat it, and I'll see you guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
All right, take care, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Show visuals, alright?